Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's time to cover my DoorDash activities for Thursday, September 25th, 2025. No comments, no tomfoolery, 4.4. Um, so did a lot of did 17 deliveries today. And that's with not having to make my full goal of 150. I just needed to get to 136 today and still did 17 deliveries to get to that. So did some lower paying orders today, which I'll get to. And then at the end of the dash, I had an inspection to do, which paid me 14 bucks. But I woke up about a half hour early this morning, so logged in about 5:40, 5:45, and got this upside down Starbucks. But it's only about a mile upside down, and yeah, it's delivering to Darbydale, but to the trailer park. But I don't know. I figured this would just get me. Meyer doesn't open until 6, so I figured this just would get me out there, get the wheels rolling. Give me something to do until Meyer opens. So I took it. This was ate up some time here. I didn't finish it until 6:07. It probably wasn't until past 6:15 when I got to the Meyer area. 425 and 225 tip on that. And then I kind of struggled to get a order after that. Didn't really get anything until 6:31. This upside down White Castle going near downtown decline. Couple minutes goes by, upside down TJ's decline on that. Another 6 minutes, another upside down TJ's. I'm not at Stringtown Road. I'm at the Clear Cross Zone here. Come on. I had Uber turned on for a few minutes. Look at this here. $13 for 32 miles. Well, why don't you just make it 100 miles? Why don't you just have this Bojangles delivered to like Dayton or Cleveland or something, Toledo? Why don't you? I mean, my gosh, man. Decline. Minute later, I guess this isn't bad, but I'd already gone out to Darbydale, and then, I'm not going to mess around with Uber and go out of zone again to Orient for an Uber delivery. So I declined that. And then, and then I get a Panera order. And for some reason, I don't have the offer screen. Um, but so I don't know what time I got that, but it delivered at 7:13, and it was a $6.50 order. And right as I was dropping that off, here's another decline, upside down, $22 Meyer, 25 miles. One of them going to Upper Arlington, so not doing it. Um, okay, so I've logged in for like over an hour and a half, and I'm at 13 bucks. So pretty slow start to say the least. $4.50 Tim Hortons. I took it. I took a couple orders today that were around this price range. It took me 16 minutes, $3 and $1.50 tip. Okay. Uh, Not doing GFS, especially, but both of these orders are both going down to South Bloomfield and only paying $14. Decline. Uh, Here we go. $9 4 mile tropical smoothie. Got there. The guy was finishing it up when I got there. Um, and this took me about 29 minutes. So, uh, not sure. Oh, this might have been the order. where I was, I had to, why this took so long. I think this is the order where it delivered near the high school. And it used to be like last year, it was like around 8:15. In the morning, 8 o'clock to 8:15. I need to stay away from the high school because the traffic going into it. Now it's earlier. This year so far, it seems to be like 7:30 to 8, and there really wasn't an alternate way to go that I knew of. I the best way, even though it was time consuming. I had to get in the high school traffic. It is what it is. $2 and $7 tip. Okay, and then I don't think so here. 5.25 for two orders. Nope, decline. That took me down to 49%. Minute later, 14.22. I actually got this just as I was coming home. And I was on the phone with my wife. I said, I'm stopping in to go to the bathroom, and then I got a Giant Eagle order. And she said, well, do you need help with it? And I said, well, let me get inside first. And so I got inside here, went to the bathroom, took a look at the item list, and all I see is candy and snacks. I'm like, yeah, I could probably use some help with this. any type of candy, the big like variety bags, and sometimes they can be seasonal, and even if they're not seasonal, you have different sizes and different mixtures, and I tell you what, sometimes candy is tricky. So my wife came along. She drove separate, and she helped me out on this shop. We were kind of finding things simultaneously. And I found everything on this, all 20 items. We found everything. So I went to check out, and then she stayed in the store to shop for us. So this was a 13-minute shop. And this delivered to a school. I had 4 of my 17 deliveries go to a school today. This one, and then my very last delivery went to the same school. It's kind of interesting. $7 and 7.22 tip. $2 Taco Bell decline. Where's it at? Here we go. I got it right there. There it is. Thank you. Minute later, I think I took this. Yeah, it's 8:48. We're approaching kind of an off time. I may have to wait for orders. I went ahead and took this. And this just took me 28 minutes for the $10. That works for me. 6.75 and 3.50 tip. 15.25 9-mile Target. Yeah, let's go ahead. Some deodorant, some body wash. These and then toenail clippers. I found all of this, and it took me 6 minutes. Again, second straight shop with 100% accuracy. $8 and a 7.25 tip. Half hour flat. $15 and a half hour. So that was one of my better orders. I think I only had one that paid more than that. I'm not doing a shopping order for $4, so that was a decline. Right away, I get $6, but that's for 2 sheets orders. Decline. This might have been my highest paying order, $17, 13 units. So we got some ground beef here, some sausage, some things from the beans and soup aisle. I didn't have any problems here. Only 9 minutes this took me. Did have to substitute the one item. Bob Evans sausage for the Meyer brand. Pretty easy. And then this was kind of funny. I went to go check out, and next to me at the self checkout was a viewer to this channel that recognized me. So this is the second different person, both times it's happened in Meyer where I've got recognized. Pretty cool. So he said hi to me, and said his wife is a dasher and watches the channel as well, and asked if he could get a selfie real quick to show her. And so that I did the selfie, and so it was really cool. I thanked him for watching. And then I've had a problem with this my whole entire life. I think of things after it. About 10, 15 minutes later, I was like, oh, you know what? I should ask the guy if he wanted me to take a selfie with my phone, and if he wanted, I would have shown the picture in today's video if he wanted to be called out and seen in the video. But like I said, I didn't. Like I said, I've struggled with this my whole entire life. I don't think of things to say to people or ask people like on the spot. I have some kind of exchange with somebody like that, and I don't think of anything until, like I said, 10, 15 minutes later or later on in the day. I'm really bad about that. That's why I've always been overly jealous of radio DJs, because their minds are like this. That's a radio DJ's mind. Things just come to them instantaneously on the spot. Boom, they kick out ideas and things on their mind. My mind works on a slow delay. But anyway, enough rambling about that. But anyway, that was really cool. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I delivered this at 10:31. So that was 37 minutes for the $17. Waited about 10 minutes, got, $7.25, 5 Mile, Dollar General, just 3 things to shop for. Let's go ahead and do it. Couple bottles of Mountain Dew. This tissue paper, they were both in the same location together, covered by a shopping bag that was, or not a shopping bag, like a party bag that was out of place and just kind of laying there. And so I didn't see these, and I was getting frustrated. I wasn't expecting different sizes of tissue paper. This is 25 count. There was 6 count and 10 count. And I'm thinking to myself, it's tissue paper. My gosh, man. And so I don't know. I don't know, God. I'll shut up. I just get frustrated with stuff like this. Tissue paper has 20 different sizes. I found it. I moved the bag and I saw these and I found it. So this was 100% shop, and I told this story longer. It took me longer to tell that story just now than the actual shop time. It was only 4 minutes. It didn't. I tell you what, it didn't seem like that. It seemed like 40 minutes, not 4, to me in retrospect. 11:07. I delivered. What is that? 26 minutes. For $7.25, not good. Not good on that. $4.25 and a $3 tip. Let's go ahead and let's do a part 2 for members only section of the channel. So we'll do that. We'll stop here and then I'll finish on a members only. I'll put if you're not already a member, I'll put a link to in the description of this video how you can become a member. Thanks guys so much for watching. We'll do this all again tomorrow. As always, be sure to drive safe out there. Subscribe to the channel, become a member, like, share, sign up for notifications, all the above. And we will see you at the next video. Thanks again.